Welcome back, friends. Today we are making the Pornstar Martini. We're back to our regular scheduled programming, finishing off classic cocktails, or I should say finishing off the neo martinis, the not martinis, martinis in name only. We got 3 left, actually. We're doing 2 more martinis, a martini variant, and then we are shifting gears to the classic cocktails, like the old fashions, that type of cocktail. Very excited. It's been a journey. We did the brief detour through the Bad Bunny inspired cocktails. That was a lot of fun. So probably gonna find ways to kind of mix things up in the future. But again, but yeah, let's get into the Pornstar Martini. The Pornstar Martini is definitely not my particular brand of vodka. One of the origin stories, like all these drinks, they have all sorts of fun origin stories. One of the origin stories is that one of the bartenders, who claims to have developed the drink, says that he envisioned, or I guess he imagined, that this martini smells like a stripper would smell, a stripper's perfume. Main ingredients are vanilla vodka and passion fruit. So I'm guessing the sweetness, the overly sweetness of the cocktail is, it evokes certain emotions, I guess. Another origin story is the cocktail was originally called the Maverick Martini, based on the strip club where it was first, or I should say gentleman's club, where it first debuted, or allegedly first debuted. Another not alternative history, but just something to be aware of, is that a lot of the ready-to-drink versions of this cocktail are marketed under the name Passion Star Martini to avoid the illicit connotations of the Pornstar Martini. There's actually an Italian restaurant that we frequent, because it's in Washington, D.C., so we can't really frequent it that often. But there's a restaurant in Washington, D.C. that serves the Pornstar Martini with a caviar bump. And the way they say you're supposed to drink it is you're supposed to take your bump of caviar, take your sip of your martini, and then wash it down with the champagne. You're not supposed to. I hate to say it this way, not dogging them, but caviar is supposed to be eaten off of the mother of pearl spoon. There's actually I don't want to say a chemical reaction, but it's basically, it tastes different if you take it off of yourself, off of a metal spoon. If you don't take it off of that spoon that usually comes with the caviar container, you notice the difference. Like it's going to affect the taste. But anyways, let's go ahead and build this. I'm actually going to be building this very carefully, just because this, if you notice, there's a lot of ingredients here. I opted for little mini bottles just because I don't drink a lot of vanilla vodka. I don't drink a lot of passion fruit liqueur, so I didn't want to buy a big bottle and be stuck with it. Who knows? Maybe, I'm going to go down a slew of vanilla vodka flavored cocktails in the near future, but today it seemed like a poor choice. So you will see me referring back to my list here just to make sure that I'm making it right. I don't want to do anything wrong here, but let's start off, like always, chilling our glass. Busted out the martini glass for this because I do feel that this one, it needs that classic martini glass more than the coupe. The coupe, I feel, doesn't quite give it the same effect. So we got our glass chilling. Set that aside. We're going to build it in the Boston shaker. Again, this is one of these cocktails that we need to shake it, get it well incorporated, nice and chilled. All right, so first ingredient we are adding is vanilla vodka. We're going to do 1.5. I'm using today Veil Vanilla Vodka. That's 1.5 ounces. All right, that's 1. And exactly a half, perfect. All right, so 1.5 ounces of vanilla vodka in the shaker. Now we're adding a 1/2 ounce of passion fruit liqueur. I'm using Chinola. I was actually very excited to see that they had this in small bottles. Chinola does a few of these fruit liqueurs. So, all right. 1/2 ounce. Next, we're going to add a full ounce of passion fruit puree. All right. We're going to do lime juice, 1/2 ounce of lime juice. Right. And as always, I freshly squeeze it off camera just to save time. And last but not least, vanilla simple syrup. I don't know if you can see it there. It's got all the flecks in it. Basically, regular simple syrup. And I had some vanilla pods in the back that I was infusing my own vanilla extract. So I cracked open one of those. I mixed it in, let it soak in the syrup while it was cooling. And it gives it a nice flavor, very sweet. But, I can use this for coffee or something later. And this is 1/2 ounce also. So, all right. All right. And that is our cocktail. Let me get all this out of the way, shake it up. So I got to post pictures from our trip to Puerto Rico. One of the best parts was we spent multiple hours at this one bar that La Factoria that has a little speakeasy. And at one point I turn around and I see the bartender just double shaking. And I'm just like, I can't do one. And here she is doing two at the same time. But either way, guys, this is the Pornstar Martini. I'm going to start shaking, so it's going to get loud. You can tell it got nice and incorporated there. All right. So we're going to strain this into our glass. The Pornstar Martini should be garnished with either a slice of passion fruit or an orchid. I don't want to buy full passion. Well, actually, I couldn't find, because I would have actually bought the passion fruit. I couldn't find one. And I didn't want to do the orchid. Just because, again, what was I going to do with it? So, all right. And it's served, for whatever reason, I don't know why, it's served with 4 ounces of champagne. Now, the spot I was talking about before in Washington, D.C., they actually serve it, and they tell you when you get about halfway down to pour your champagne into the cocktail. And that it just kind of finishes the drink nicely. But I don't know if I'll do that later. We'll see. All right, so this is the Pornstar Martini. As you can tell immediately, it's got all sorts of coloration because of the pulp. You could do it with juice. You want to do it with the pulp, though, because it makes it look prettier. Probably it's going to give it a fresher flavor. The flecks of the vanilla bean actually make it really pretty. In my opinion, it invokes that passion fruit, actually, because now you have the seeds. Even though it's not seeds, it's obviously the vanilla bean. But either way, let's see. So I can see it's a little sweet for me, but I can see the appeal. It's fruity, it's tangy, it's sweet. Like I said, I can see the appeal. It's not my particular drink, but it's enjoyable. And then the dry sparkling wine gets in the back a different type of tartness. It kind of cleansed the palate, which is nice because this is, I don't want to say it's overwhelming, but it's an intense flavor. So it's nice to have something to kind of clear you out before you take your next sip, before you eat something. With the caviar bump, I could see this working very nicely just because you have the saltiness of the caviar. It's going to open up this flavor. It's going to make these flavors even more intense. And then washing it down with the champagne is just going to kind of clear you out and get you ready for that next bump. So, all right, guys, this was the Pornstar Martini. Like and subscribe. Again, I'm always looking for comments. I'm looking for direction. If you guys ever want to see anything, if you guys have any questions about anything, please reach out. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm coming back to the normal programming, so almost done with martinis. A little sad to see that go, but at the same time excited to move on to the next chapter. And yeah, cheers. Have a great night.